Hi friends, I am Sai Chaitanya. Welcome back to my channel Sai Tech. In this video, I'll be doing the display comparison of the Realme X7 Pro versus the Realme X smartphone. As you can see, friends, so this is a Realme X is my first smartphone from the Realme brand, and this is my first even the pop-up camera as well, and which has got a very good screen without any notch or any punch hole cutouts in the Realme X. And this has been I think this is the biggest journey with the Realme X device. More than 1.5 year I'm using the Realme X, and the Realme X7 Pro, which has been recently launched and which has got very good premium end smartphone features. And in this video we'll be just comparing the mid-range segment mobile phone versus a premium end segment mobile phone from the same brand Realme device. So let's see friends, how will the both phones perform in terms of the display saturation levels or contrast levels, and let's see which phone will be doing the best as well. And on the paper, let me try to compare the specifications of both the smartphone. So first thing is that the Realme X has the AMOLED panel display, and the Realme X7 Pro as the Super AMOLED panel display. So next is another display screen size as well. The screen size the Realme X7 Pro is slightly bigger than the Realme X device, 6.53 versus 6.55. So that is a slight amount of difference is only there. But overall, the both phones look kind of same to each other, even though there is a difference. I think the bottom bezels are slightly slimmer on the Realme X7 Pro if you compare with this kind of huge bezels on the Realme X device, as you can see. So on the Realme X7 Pro, it's equally distributed. The bezels are kind of very much equal in shape, all the surroundings area, as you can see here. And the phone has a 120 Hz refresh rate, and the Realme X doesn't have any those kind of refresh rate in this mobile phone. And Gorilla Glass 5 and Gorilla Glass 5, both phones are Gorilla Glass 5 protection. And in case if you want to download this kind of live wallpaper in your mobile phone, try to check the links in description for the playlist of the wallpapers, and there you can find very good amazing videos related to the live wallpaper, so which will be very much interesting for you all in case if you want to download and try in your mobile phone. So let's get started friends. Now we have compared the normal specifications of both the phones. So now let's dig into the actual video comparison between both the phones. Will it make any difference from the mid-range segment to the premium end segment or not? So let's see, we'll be finding out all these details in this video. As you can see friends, right now I am playing the same video in both the phones with full brightness, and there's a small white bar as you can see which is present in the Realme X7 Pro. So this just an identification that the above phone is a Realme X7 Pro every time if you watch the both phones side by side. Sometimes if the pop-up camera is that this punch hole camera is hiding, then you can be easily identify. As you can see, the brightness in the Realme X7 Pro is slightly higher. If you notice, the contrast is slightly better on the Realme X. So as I said, the Realme X7 Pro has got a very good brightness levels if you compare with the normal phones. So I need to decrease the slightly little bit kind of brightness to make this both phones equal. But overall friends, the contrast on the Realme X also looks very amazing. And still in my channel there are some users who are using the Realme X device and they wanted me to do this video, so that's why it is a video for you all. So in case if you are using the Realme X device, so this is the one thing where no complaints has got any from the Realme X user regarding the display. There's not even a single complaint on the Realme X display till now in my channel. So there has been complaints regarding the proximity sensor and battery backup and performance and camera and other issues, but regarding the display I did not see any major complaints on this mobile phone. But both phones are doing pretty good. And I did like the Realme X display because it doesn't have any punch hole or any notch cutouts or nothing at all, so which will give you the full screen very good experience while watching videos and while playing the games as well. You don't need to change any settings for any individual applications. So normally in this punch hole cutouts you need to change individual application settings, but right now you don't need to change any of those in the Realme X device. So overall friends, these are the viewing angles of both the phones. So both phones they did perform pretty good to each other in terms of the viewing angles. So both are kind of very good, and it's very hard to differentiate. Even when I'm watching it personally, it's very hard to differentiate which phone has got a lot advantage friends. So even though the Realme X7 has a Super AMOLED panel display, but still it's kind of very close to a Realme X display only. I'm not seeing that much of difference. So if you notice any of those kind of difference, do comment below. But overall, I did not notice much difference, friends. Till now, there is no difference at all in terms of the video clarity. So now let me try to decrease the studio lighting effects. So maybe you might be able to notice when the studio lighting effect is kind of very slow. As you can see right now in the very less studio lighting effects, let me try to decrease the brightness to 10. As you can see here, friends, and let me try to decrease the brightness to 0. And both phones are doing pretty good job in the 0 brightness level. So no issues in the 0 brightness level. So overall, friends, I did so many videos on the Realme X7 Pro comparing with other smartphones, and make sure to follow me regularly in case if you want to know more details about this Realme X7 Pro's display when I compare with other smartphones. So you need to know how is the display of the Realme X7 Pro. So before you buy, you need to watch each and every video on the Realme X7 Pro. So that's why I created the special playlist only for this Realme X7 Pro users. So try to check the playlist, and you all the doubts for you will be clarifying over there. So that's it for this video, friends, and see you in the next video. Until then, bye. And the final conclusion is that both are doing pretty good, and the Realme X7 Pro has got slightly higher brightness level, little bit, but both phones are very good in the terms of the saturation levels and contrast. So there is no doubt, there is no disadvantage. Rather than there's one problem: the Realme X doesn't have the higher refresh rate, and the Realme X7 Pro has got 120 Hz refresh rate. So if that is a thing which is concern for you, then definitely buy the Realme X7 Pro device or any other higher refresh rate mobile phone. And that's it, friends. See you in the next video. Until then, bye.